Well, this week we are hoping to fix some extreme phobias. Yesterday, viewer Sue Brearley finally overcame her fear of soup and tucked into a cream of mushroom. She wasn't too keen on the tomato, purely because she didn't like the taste. And that was for the first time in 30 years.
And if you thought a phobia of soup was, well, unusual, today it's Lily Reddle from Birmingham's turn to face her fear, one that she's been terrified of for the past 30 years.
Well, we've come down to London today on sort of virgin ground, somewhere that I've never been before, and it really is unnerving me. At the moment I'm shaking, I've got palpitations, my mouth's going dry, my hands are going hot and sweaty, and just a general feeling that I'm just not comfortable. No, I think that's mud up ahead. It's mud, it is. Just on the inside of the bend there, I can see it's darker, so it's obviously wet, and I just couldn't, no.
Well, Lily is here now, along with her partner Steve and hypnotherapist Elliott Wald, who's going to help Lily, excuse me, overcome her fear of mud this morning. And you've already been working a little bit with Elliott, so we've already got over the point where you couldn't say the word mud before. Yes. Now you can say mud. And you're all right with us saying that? Yeah. OK. So this is a phobia you've had for 30 years, and you think you've pinpointed it to a moment in your childhood.
That's right, yes.
What happened?
I was about 7 or 8, and we had several horses in the family. And one horse bolted, I came off, foot got stuck in the stirrup, and I got dragged face down, and my mouth got filled with it. I carried on riding horses till I was about 16, 17, no problem. And then when I stopped the horse riding, gradually the phobia developed.
And at 16, you had one moment where it seemed to sort of kick into extreme gear, and that was when you got splattered.
Yes, yeah. And I actually vomited at that point. And from then on, I managed to control that, but it would take the form of a panic attack or an anxiety attack, until eventually I've worked such a pattern into my life of avoidance that the possibility of me coming in contact with it is very, very limited.
But you live in the countryside.
Yes, absolutely.
And it's everywhere. You have a caravan that you enjoy.
Yes, yeah.
You have a son who would, when he was little, want to make mud pies. You couldn't wash his hands for him.
Yeah.
So presumably watching football or rugby or just can't go there.
No.
So this is wrecking your life, isn't it?
Even to the point where you, I mean, we can see you walking here, you can't watch programmes like Emmerdale on the television because there's a chance that it may be there. You can't watch, would never be able to watch a wet rugby match because of a muddy field. You can't follow behind a muddy car.
No.
I mean, this is so, and it's extraordinary. It's only when you talk to someone who's got a phobia that you realise how many areas that it can affect you.
Yes, that's
and
right.
not only you, because Steve, you've just admitted something that you haven't said before.
It's, I think when we first met, I didn't think it was real. I thought it was, I don't know, I can't imagine myself being afraid of it. But I think over the years, you program yourself to avoid it.
So what you said to Lily earlier on was that you felt that because of her phobia, you've almost inherited it yourself.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I see even you sit there saying it. So you spend your life avoiding it. You have said only it. Can you, having had a little bit of work with Elliott this morning, how long have you had?
About 35 minutes.
35 minutes.
Yeah,
Could you say the word for me now?
It's mud.
How does that make you feel, having said that?
Strange, very strange. Yeah, very strange.
I read something today about you as well that was very interesting. You have overcome your fear of spiders. You have overcome your fear of needles because, unfortunately, you have MS and you have to inject yourself. And yet letting go of your phobia of mud, you wonder whether you want to let it go because
Yes.
it's so much a part of you.
Yes, it's an integral part of me. And my coping strategy fills every minute of every day. And so I was talking to Elliott earlier, you know, is that going to leave me without a crutch almost? It's a weird sort of feeling. It's, I can only liken it to when you give up smoking and you suddenly think, what do I do with my hands? And it's that weird feeling, you know,
That's
that maybe you need
fascinating.
that prop
So
there.
what does she do if she's not frightened anymore?
Well, basically, that's what we've been doing for the first 35 minutes today, is creating a programme that's going to allow Lily to notice the changes and the change in her life once she has already got over it, so she'll know what to do. And basically what she's going to do is look to expand the things in her life that she enjoys doing, going more to caravans, spending more quality time not having to think about their external environment, where they can walk, what to avoid. I mean, Steve said to me, one of the first times when they met, they were on the way to a car boot sale, it had been raining, and he had to turn around and go home, and he kind of thought, well, but
You
all
want
of these
to put
things
your
I don't have to
wellies
do.
on, you want to jump in puddles.
Yeah, I want to buy some of those.
Well, this week we are hoping to fix some extreme phobias. Yesterday, viewer Sue Brearley finally overcame her